Hello, Internet. It is I, Malik Aaron, and welcome back to Box Office Predictions. So, after another mini hiatus, I returned to talk about not one, but two movies coming out the exact same weekend. Yeah, that's right, two. Haven't done that since December. So, it's been a while. So, the first movie we're going to be talking about is Judas and the Black Messiah, as you see on your screen. So, as usual, we're going to be going over the pros and cons. So, let's get to it. Pros. Our two main actors here. I hope I'm saying his name right. Daniel Kaluuya and Lakeith Lee Stanfield. Now, Daniel Kaluuya, you may recognize him from movies such as Get Out and Black Panther, and Lakeith Lee Stanfield also from Get Out. And what's funny is the one thing, Judas, Get Out, and Black Panther, the one thing they all share, besides having the same actor, is that they all came out in the month of February. 2017, Get Out came out the end of February. Expectations were somewhat high, but not too high because a lot of people thought it was kind of weird to see Jordan Peele of Key and Peele fame direct a horror movie. It felt a bit strange. But it ended up working. Get Out was a major, major success. It made like $250 million on like, I don't even know what his budget was. I think it was like about $5 million. Did that. It won Oscars. Yeah, I think Jordan Peele. Yeah, he won for Best Original Screenplay. So yeah, Get Out, massive success, massive success. Year later, Black Panther came out, which starred the late great Chadwick Boseman. That movie, expectations were pretty high. Considering its release date, it was technically not the first black superhero movie, obviously. It was the first good one. The first, big, big one. And that movie destroyed any and all expectations financially. Made $1.3 billion. Like, domestically, I think it's the third biggest movie ever, to my knowledge. No, I think it's fourth. Yeah, it's fourth now. But still, that's just crazy. So yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. Obviously a lot of people saw Get Out, and a lot more people saw Black Panther. So he's instantly recognizable. So yeah, I feel like that will definitely help this movie, no question. So yeah, the cast is a pro. Another pro is the reviews are phenomenal. It's like a 97% last I checked. So, like, who's gonna look at that and be like, nah, I don't think this movie's gonna be too good. Like, come on now. Like, yeah, obviously reviews will help this movie, no doubt. If it had like icky, like mixed reviews, then you might have problems. But the reviews for this movie are quite high, so yeah, a lot of people will be convinced to watch the movie because of said reviews. So that's another pro. Third pro is that obviously it's release date. Granted, um, the time we are in right now, it's not the greatest, and I'll go into that when we get to the cons. But its general release date, obviously February, Black History Month. I'm pretty sure you can all see the obvious connection here. Very obvious connection. So and plus, considering everything that happened last year, with George Floyd's death and the protests that happened after that, the timing of this movie could not be any more ideal. It really couldn't. So yeah, like, if the world wasn't in such terrible condition, like if the box office wasn't in such terrible condition, then this movie would have a much better chance because of its how relevant it is in today's society, today's landscape. So I would consider that it's a pro under normal circumstances. That's how I would describe it. What else? Another pro. There's a lack of competition, obviously. I mean, the February schedule's been shot, pretty much. So, with the exception of like Tom and Jerry, it pretty much has the whole month to itself. And I don't think the crossover. I don't think there's much crossover appeal between this and Tom and Jerry. I highly, highly doubt it. So, yeah, lack of competition helps. Am I missing anything? I don't think I'm missing anything. I think that's it with pros. Cons. This is nothing against the movie. This is just, yeah, these cons have nothing against the movie. Like, it's just the situation the movie's in. All right, it has nothing to do with the movie itself. So, con number one. The HBO Max experiment. This movie is obviously a part of said experiment because it's from Warner Brothers. So, obviously, this is going to hurt it might hurt its chances financially, but there's no legitimate proof of that, at least not yet, because of the two movies that are part of this experiment, Wonder Woman 1984 and The Little Things, both of those did better than the majority of the pandemic movies, financially. Especially The Little Things, considering that movie has no brand name recognition at all. So, yeah, that did better than majority of the movies that have come out in the past few months. So theoretically, considering those movies, this shouldn't be too affected, but it's gonna have some type of effect because some people just might find it more convenient to watch it at home. They don't need to go out and pay money to see this on a big screen. They can just watch it at home, like on their TV or their phone or whatever. So, yeah, I would consider that a con. The other con, very obvious con, pandemic, COVID, theaters are closed. There's audience restrictions. All this stuff is still happening. Nothing has changed since I don't even remember anymore. Since theaters reopened, like, people just aren't going. They just aren't. That's just a simple fact. Or they're not willing to go, or there's just nothing that makes them want to rush to the theater. And this movie, I think even under normal circumstances, it was never going to be a blockbuster at all. I think it was more focused on winning awards than being a smash hit. But I feel like this movie could have done somewhat alright in normal times, but because things are so screwed right now, yeah, it doesn't really stand a chance. So, yeah, that sucks, but there's not much the movie can do. So, yeah, I think that's about it. So weekend predictions. How much will I think it will make? I'm going to be generous. Oh, this is a holiday weekend. I forgot to mention that. This is a holiday weekend. This is President's Day weekend. Boy, look how far we've fallen in just 1 year. Last year, talking about the Sonic movie, talking about that, and now it's just, God, so much has changed. It's in 1 year. It's ridiculous. It's almost like last year was in a different universe or something. It's nuts. Anywho, yeah. So it's a holiday weekend. So it's a 4-day weekend. So I think it'll make $3 million for the 3-day and probably $4 million for the 4-day. I think that's reasonable. And overall, it'll probably make 8, 9, 10 million. Maybe more if it's really lucky. Because one thing I've noticed about these HBO Max movies is that they are a bit front-loaded. and this could suffer the same fate. So there's that factor as well. But yeah, I think 8, 9, 10 million is realistic for this movie. And that's it. That's it for Judas and the Black Messiah. Next up, I'm talking about Land, and then after that, guess what? Another hiatus. I talk about Tom and Jerry February 26th, and then that's it for February. Yeah, I know. There's not much to talk about, but what can I do? It's not my fault the schedule is just so shot. So, yeah. Anywho, yeah, that's it. That's all. Make sure to subscribe, like this video, leave a comment, turn on notifications, share the whole drill. Want to check out more videos like this? I got a playlist on the homepage filled with over, really only 3 prediction videos so far. Will be 4 once I upload Land. So you want to check those out, go right ahead. But you want to check out like last year's predictions or even 2019's predictions I made, go right ahead. I have 2 other playlists. I have the canceled series where I go over all the movies that were supposed to come out but didn't for obvious reasons. So if you want to check, those videos out, go right ahead. I highly suggest you do, just so you can be more, just so you're more. Dang it, it's late. I'm trying to think of the words. The way you've caught up, like you know what's going on. With all these movies, that way, you know exactly when these movies are now supposed to come out. So I highly suggest you do that. I also got box office recaps where I go over box office results for any particular month. Recently, I've been doing double recaps. Just did December 2020 and January 2021. My February and March recap won't happen until April, so that's a long way from now. So look forward to that. And yeah, that's it. That's all. I am out. Goodbye.